But let's find out. It's time for Scorch Hardpoint. Let's get right into this one.
Mindfreak Black in the purple trunks, coming in at a combined weight of about 4 people. Pro is going to be getting those kills early on. Cade gets 2 actually, including Proto. General clearing things up as well. E6 getting those early points to the board. Setzi coming in from behind. Australia's hopes now resting on the shoulders of those 4 boys on stage. I say boys, but they're really men.
Well, let's find out whether or not they can do it. Setzi is going to be actually having the engagement by Drill. Probably looking for a way past the spawn, but they've actually got splits going on right now, but still not a single point on the board for them. But it's not that important on mid-hill. You'd obviously like to get some contested, not like to get a lot of points down, but it's more about the spawns, which they've just lost.
Swift's also naded himself. That's not something that he typically does, and I don't think he'll be too happy with that one. So a little bit of a misfire so far. So Proto going back for the rotations after that first hard point, which is very much Enigma6 still. Early contests there. MF getting a bit of scrap time, as you do. Proto, though, he's going to be dealing with the players. All seem to be coming the same way. Royalty, the only player sitting back, being the sort of rear guard for the team. And here comes Mindfreak Black, Hopi leading the way. Shots up, does get dropped quickly by Proto. Super strong position there behind that head cover, and Setzi's made his way in. He's got one teammate behind him over the top. Turbine is now being contested. Shots out, finds Proto. Seems to have been a relatively clean entry, and they are in here handedly. Do get the kills.
Do you know where it went wrong? Royalty losing that one gunfight by Drill ended up spawning him out, allowing Mindfreak Black to take the top inside spawn. And even if, you know, it was a fair trade for the rest of the kills, Mindfreak Black were always going to win. They had the reinforcement able to flood in a lot quicker.
Like rushing water to a rice paddy field. Not the metaphor I thought I'd find, but I'm glad I did. Cade now coming in from the top. Hipfire finds Zeppa pretty handily, and he's going to be grabbing 200 points for securing that position as well, so that's always nice. Cade, 7-3 in his ratio so far. MF Black, everyone except for Setzi sitting negative. Setzi, 6-3 so far. That next hard point now looks very much like E6 is so far. That was Swift trying to make an entry play down low, but he will not be able to do that, and he's going to be shut down straight away. Zeppa, though, coming in, finds one, doesn't get General as well, as he's going to be cut down. Here we go, Hopi finding the way through. 2 dead for E6. They've got to finally get the players out with the hard point now. Big shots up. Hopi tagged. Not going to get the kill, though, but they will get the flip. MF now in control.
Mindfreak Black doing a really good job right now of being able to break these hills once the setup is in. They keep doing it to E6, and that's the reason they may even go into the lead here. They've just got to hold on to this hangar hard point. And it looks like they're doing a really good job. Iran's going to come back across spraying, not doing an awful lot, but the kills are going in favor. Big play on the right now by General. He's going to try and go into the back, but he gets shut down as well. Nothing Enigma6 are doing right now is working, and we may have been very wrong about this respawn.
I am about to, well, if I was going to say something ludicrous, like, I'll eat my shoes if they win this, but I actually really wouldn't want to have to eat a pair of shoes. And here we go, Swift Exhaust.
Funny that.
Right? Wouldn't it be horrible? Wouldn't it just be the worst? Next hard point is flipped, and once again, it looks like E6 are on top of that one early on. Here we go, General. Far aggressive play. Really overextending to get those kills, and so far it's working out for him. Here we go, Swift Exhaust in from behind. The sneaky devil finds one. Wildly firing into the distance there. Can he get a second? No. Proto from behind. Hope you there, pick up the pieces though. And here we go, MF have managed to break onto the price, as you said. Very good at breaking those setups and managing to get in there, but can they hold on?
Setzi alone, going to try and use that E-Rat to a big advantage to close up, but General's going to get 2. He gets taken down as well. Royalty comes back in as Enigma6 swing back into control onto this one. Royalty now going to look free aim, does get that one down as well. Swift, clean and neat coming through, but Zeppa argues back with his own, and it's going to be Swiftazor who takes him out.
Oh, very unfortunate. I was going to say how great the trades have actually been for MF Black. They seem to be first in, best dressed, and they come out very clean. General, though, 2 kills in a row. FTL's just gone ready for him, so it's 2 in a row. He's going 14-8. The General leading from the front lines. 3 in a row there for Enigma6, and they've finally got the lead back, up by 5 at this stage. Mindfreak Black, though, still not out of this yet. Bridge is now the start of our second set of rotations, and once again, General keeping it going. 15-8 on a 3 streak right now, Bryce.
He certainly is, and if you kind of reflect back on that first set of rotations, you've got to kind of cast your mind back and think, Hill won, and Enigma6 actually got the bulk of their time. The rest of the time, they actually ended up losing out on every single hill. So you've got to ask yourself whether or not they can make that change this time around, bearing in mind it's looking like they're not going to get just as much time this time around on mid.
Oh, there's a FTL actually burnt there in mid. I believe it was General, yeah, you managed to use that. Not too much great effect, but keeping himself alive otherwise. MF Black trickling on through to that first hard point, really not working. 1 by 1 has not been the approach that they wanted to have, but otherwise structurally sound on the other hard points. Proto finally going to be cut down. MF Black, again, scrap time. History is certainly repeating itself, as E6 did get a considerable chunk from Bridge, and now we're going to flip over. Zephyr is going to be eating a Scarab right in the face. That's going to be horribly painful. General has a he's got his Trinity rocket ready, and it looks like he's 100 away from that bombardment also.
Well, much better hold this time around for Enigma6. Can they keep this one locked and loaded? You can see the pressure now coming in. It looks like a mid and top push. They're trying to go, and Swift Resort is in there. Setsy does get 1 kill, but they're actually dropping numbers as well. But they are spawning out Enigma6. Enigma6, it looks like they're choosing to reinforce as well. They are going to end up going down to Mindfreak's benefit. 1 more push coming in for Enigma6. They need to make it work or cut your losses and get to Hangar. And that's actually what General's already doing.
Indeed, 20 seconds left to go. And then see on the other side of the fence. Yeah, General's he's made a beeline for it already. He's going to be meeting Setsy now. And he's going to win the fight. That's massive for E6. They're going to be getting the flip early on. Final 10 seconds now for Mindfreak Black there on the other side of the board. They're going to be committing now early, hoping to get in on there. The turbine. Setsy catching Proto napping, and he's going to keep the run going. 3/4 of the way towards the camo. And that kill is not going to be helping as Cade shuts him down. General's made his way in. Wonderful work dispatching Swiftazor there. So this is now looking like another solid hold for E6. MF Black, though, on the response. They know they're down there. General's in a superb spot to get those kills, but he is going to be cleaned up. Almost. No, my goodness!
Tries to throw hands, not quite able to. The FTL put him just out of reach. And now Mindfreak Black still doing a great job of breaking it down, and Enigma6 don't seem able to hold very well. And they are now going to flood in, but here comes the pinch. It's going to be Enigma6 pushing in. Swiftazor takes him down as well. Another one for the front for Swiftazor. That E-Rad just snapping shots left, right, and centre.
Ripping his way through him, now just 20 points behind. Oh, not able to make that one work though. Proto getting the best of him. Hopey as well. Proto, what a run. He's going to be able to make the third and clear out the hard point. This is massive, and indeed he won't just about. Zephyr gets him, but again, traded out. Still, MF Black now back in with this one. 3 seconds left. That next rotation is going to be absolutely huge. So far, E6 winning the gunfights out in mid-map. That's General winning those again. 22, 23 now, and 12. He's on a 3 streaks again. General swinging for the fences. He's got another Trinity rocket to work with. Actually, the first, he hasn't used it yet. Still trying to stay alive. But he is going to find Swiftazor in there. This cubicle is taken, sir. Please use the other.
Well, Mindfreak Black right now making everybody on notice to tell you exactly how they got this far. Going toe-to-toe with Enigma6, it is a very narrow margin. Just 15 points in this game, as here coming Enigma6 to take it in. But it is going to be Setsy, and they should know where he is. They would have seen him on that Trinity rocket as well, and they do. Now, Hopey trying to get some more shots down. There's Proto right in front of him. Is he going to take him down? No, that Heckler's proving just too strong. It's now a 20-point lead, but we'll go back into the next set of rotations.
Next set of rotations again, as we saw, Bryce. History may well repeat itself. Still, C6, they've had a lead for a while now, and it has been solid for them. Big kills from Setsy. 21-17 for Setsy. He's doing great work for Mindfreak Black. No surprises there for the Australian audience. We love him dearly. As I said yesterday, he's a bloody national treasure, that boy. And I do mean it. See if he can't keep this run going. Camo at the ready, and he's got a Scarab to work with. Back on a bridge. Bridge is very familiar territory for E6. Happy to be here, and they're well dug in. Still, can MF Black hold on? Again, the lead is very close to changing, but will it make a difference? It's a bit of a pinch happening right now from E6. They're working out the best way to take this one back. This is royalty over the top. This is the play. 3 dead already. It's been clean, but Setsy sat in the corner there, managed to get a kill out of this one. Active camo at the ready. If he can stay alive for a little bit longer, nope, he's going to melee the air instead, but these things do happen. As he dies, E6 cross over the 200 mark when we get into the serious end of this game.
Well, here we go. One big last push coming from Mindfreak Black. And I wonder if they're actually going to hit the hill. They are. They want to hit the hill and punch through, but Proto says no. Shuts the door in their face with a 2-piece and says good night as he tries to keep them away from even getting near the hill, let alone the spawns, as we move around to the lava tubes.
There was a player of E6 actually laying prone there on Bridge Hardpoint, not able to be picked up there by Zephyr, and he get dropped in the end. So this is it. 213 and climbing. MF Black, they seem to have just lost momentum. They've got to get in here quickly and break on through Turbine. But again, as we've said time and time again, they're fantastic at making those opening kills. Hopey first in, will be dropped. Cade and Proto take down Hopey and Zephyr in tandem. And this is actually looking very, very good for E6. MF Black just dropping off. 20 points remaining now for E6 before they take game number 1.
Proto should have camo. Oh no, Setsy has camo. Here we go. Camo play in. Blind pop. Looks for one, managed to get it, trying to look for another player coming through. That is a very hard gunfight to take. We'd probably rather him actually end up staying alive and doing something with it, but his teammates end up being able to break in. Proto has come out now as well. Not going to be able to pop it before he goes down, but Mindfreak have done just enough to keep them in this game. But we've said they've been good at breaking so far. As we roll into this next one, we go into Hangar. Can they break again? They've already burnt their camo. They have nothing else to use.
Cade just popped his payload. We still have Protos to go. Hope you're not too far from that from the Centurion. And as we can see, this is Proto's camo play. He could definitely use this to break on through. Centurion's gone down. These could be the final few moments. 5 points remaining, and this is it. The camo play is happening. There's no one from MF Black to get in there, and that is going to be game 1, 250 to 205.
Full credit to Mindfreak Black. They made that a way closer game than we were expecting.
I'm going to have to eat my shoes in a minute. No, I don't think I'll be doing that, but still, that was a very closely contested affair. Again, falling apart in a few moments. That cohesion that they had in breaking those setups, especially around Turbine, it was clean as a whistle. They'd get in there, they'd get chunks of time. E6 though, they make those adjustments, they make those adapts. They don't really let it. You don't fall for the same tricks twice.
For every silver lining though of being able to break in, there is always a cloud. The cloud in this case is, if you're constantly if we're going to shout you out for breaking in, clearly means you're not on the hill. Clearly means you haven't got the rotations, and that was Mindfreak's problem. They were doing really well in slaying back and forth, and it was very, very close. Full props to Mindfreak, right? But if you're not going to get the rotations, if you're not going to get the spawns, you are still going to lose.
They were losing those gunfights out in mid, so again, saying the fights happening on the hardpoints were all good and well, but when it came to the rotations, they're getting those cuts off on the players who are making those rotations. MF just dropping short there. Still, 1 game down, 2 to go for E6 before they can move on in the next round in the tournament. Again, MF Black, they dropped 2. They will be going home. S&D coming up next, and I've shouted this from the rafters so far.
Yeah,
they're a good S&D team. MF Black, I think I'm still pegging them to take this, and the way they're playing, they're not playing bad. And given the respawns, I thought the respawn was going to be an absolute disaster. I thought it was going to be a massacre. And I will say that happily, knowing them. They're all my mates, it's fine. I thought it was going to be horrible, and it certainly wasn't. So high hopes for the S&D.
Yeah, me too, actually. I'm kind of hoping to see them do very well here. I mean, they've certainly impressed on the respawn so far, so you kind of got to give Mindfreak a little bit of a props, right? You're saying you did make the top 16. Enigma6 did not run over you so far. Show us. Prove us retaliation, search and destroy. Not that confident in Uplink.
Nope.
But then again, E6 haven't got a great record. What was it, 50%?
50%, yeah. I mean, that's still. I think Uplink is it's the hit and miss game type for me, especially in IW so far. It's search and destroy. You'd have a team that's great at search and destroy the entire season through. Maybe they lose it a little bit towards the end, but they're still known as an S&D squad, as can be said for the respawns. But Uplink's that weird grey area in between. The Venn diagram of respawn and S&D. That's where Uplink falls, right bang in the middle. And I'm not so sure about that one. But look, you can't take anything away from E6. They're a world-class team, Bryce. They could well go on to win the event. And this is just another hurdle in the way for them. The last APAC team in the tournament, I'm sure you get a consolation prize for eliminating a region. It's probably just a beer at the bar from a mate.
They just take the actual logo with the world on it and just cross out Australia.
Yeah, it's just like,
gets removed.
Next. The Europeans are next.
Yeah, probably will be the Europeans next, to be perfectly honest with you. But all right, let's get realistic for a second, and let's be serious.
I don't know what you're talking about, Chris.
Search and destroy.
Yeah.
Retaliation. How are you calling it?
I'm calling this one, this is going to be a 6-4 to MF Black. The reason why I still think they're going to win this one is MF Black, I'm looking at Setsi and looking at Zephyr to go mad. I want them to go off. I need their long range. You need their NV4s to be ringing out over the bells of that sort of weird French-esque, cathedral city.
Yeah.
But E6, man, the gunfights they were winning there on Crusher, absolutely massive. On Scorch, sorry, huge. The gunfights were essentially changing the nature of the game. And if MF Black can't hang in the 1v1 gunfights, they've got to bring up some fantastic, strategic moves. Their maneuvers have got to be on point, so they're avoiding those 1v1 fights. And that's a really tough ask.
Yeah, I think it is, and I don't know. For me, this is coming down to the fact that these two will not probably have studied each other. They probably won't keep an eye on the strategies they're going to go run through. I mean, Enigma6 wouldn't have expected to lose their first game, so there's no way you're going to be sitting there going, oh, we're definitely playing Mindfreak. I don't think that conversation happened. I don't think, Enigma6 is going to be ready for Mindfreak. The other way around, though, Mindfreak may have very well done their research, knowing they're coming into this as underdogs.
Yeah, that's one of the problems with being a world-famous team, is that you're always being shown on streams. You're found on Twitch, on MLG.tv, and there's a lot of data out there on you. General took an early grave there to Hopi, as this fight has opened up now. Slowed things down a little bit. Royalty's picked up the bomb, and everybody on E6 is now rotating off towards the A-bomb site there on the bridge. You can see Royalty now making his way towards it. Mindfreak Black have actually gone straight to B first. They're checking B, and once they find their way to A, it could be very interesting because the whole team is together. All 4 of them are now moving through Bike Shop together. Only one of them's hit the scaffolding, so they've got a couple of angles. You can see those little purple silhouettes on your screen making their way here. And again, looks like E6. They can sniff something's up, and they're now rotating as well.
Is this going to be a full round and round we go?
Now, the gunfight's happening at the top already. Cade's taking shots. No kills just yet. But as you can see, the bomb is quickly making its way towards B, so we may see that one go down. But Cade, last man, he's the rear guard. He's got to make something happen here. He's buying the time he needs, though. As MF Black, they've got to be cautious. They don't know where that other player is. They don't know where Proto is.
That's such a massive full rotate, but the General has actually gone down. 3 versus 4. Cade, the problem with his positioning is that he is alone. And he may be able to make at least one. He doesn't. This leads it to a 2 versus 4. They've gone for the garage stack.
They got numbers, both sides. They're going to collapse any second now, and it will be a bit of a mess. But Royalty finds one. The second on Setsi! My goodness, he's tied it up. Oh, and there we go, Proto now. 1-on-1 against Swiftazor. The slide, the Bike Shop, it's in, and he somehow manages to net the kneecaps of Swiftazor there. Wow, have you ever just stolen that round from Mindfreak Black? What a play from Proto.
Hey, sometimes you've got to fight back to back, and it looks like they're doing it, but you've got to give props to Royalty. Managing to snap that second player really carved open Mindfreak Black. The problem I'm having here is if they're hitting that at the same time, I feel like Mindfreak didn't hit that like with perfect timing. I think realistically, if that was a little bit tighter, that wouldn't have mattered. They should have all hit it at the same time, but you know, they probably didn't know exactly where they were and they took the risk.
It's the old 300 Spartans at Thermopylae thing where you force them into a bottleneck, where you make numbers
The hot
irrelevant.
gates, as it's known.
The old hot gates, and there you go. Wonderful strategic move from E6. They didn't have the numbers, so they moved themselves into the Bike Shop and forced it. Ooh, Setsi sniffs out something in there. Royalty taking out Swiftazor, so first blood over to E6. Setsi with bomb in hand, and again, just teetering on the brink of a decision here. General may catch them off. Oh, he's just put himself in between a few players, and he saw a gunfire there, so he knows there's a player around the corner.
Doesn't know where that player is. Looking on both sides of curve. He's going to go down now, though. Setsi is going to be able to see him. General, just at the time he turned away, brings this back to a 2 versus 2. Now, Setsi will have the bomb, so it's kind of his call of which way they go right now. Looks like they are picking to go road. And I think they're going to see Proto and Cade are right here. There they are. It's actually going to be a team kill. Going down, and Zeppa goes down as well. It's just not your day if you're Mindfreak.
Shambles, and each round passing. Now that makes this caster look like a fool. It's a bit of an off day for him again. Oh, that's rough. The team kill as well. Not ideal for the boys on Mindfreak Black. Again, if you've just joined us, Enigma6 are up 1-0 in the series. And now they've got 2 rounds of S&D under their belt. This is losers round 1. So the loser of this series will be going home, Bryce. I mean, you still get your cash, but you're going home regardless. This is now E6 on offense. Oh, and it's looking like a heavy stack towards A.
All right, well, Royalty, same position this time. Are they going to go for the same tactic? Oh my goodness, there's actually going to be a rat back this time around. You do not have the time. Here comes a purple wall of Mindfreak Black. They're looking to take you all down. Hobie gets Royalty as well. Bomb being planted now. They don't have the advantage of holding Cathedral side, so they've got to back up. It's a 3 versus 3, however. And General is in a great position. This is what is known from Puckett as the original Sneaky Beaver.
He's right in behind him. He's just taken their position. And if they go for the bomb, this is trouble. Hopi again. He's team killed Zeppa in general from behind.
Oh.
Setsi, no problem. 3-0. Mindfreak Black. They're almost ruining this for themselves.
Yeah, I can see why you called him the best search and destroy team.
Oh, it's just killing me, man. It's killing me. Setsi there. And tough fight to win regardless. General had the drop on him. In what positioning? Really? As you called it, the original Sneaky Beaver comes up behind the 3 of them, makes it look easy. In fact, he didn't have to do too much because Hopi ended up killing the teammate for him. He stole the 3-piece.
He certainly did, and that's the second time in 2 rounds that's actually ended up happening for Mindfreak Black. But redemption is only 6 rounds away. If they can get there, let's see what they can do. Setzi is going to get shut down by Cade. First blood for Enigma6 again here. No map control. Where do they go?
2 dead as well, so that's now 2v4. MF Black, the bomb is currently actually out and about somewhere. Not to be found, and my goodness, what a quick round. Not a bloody clue what just happened there. 4-0. Not like this. MF Black absolutely out of their depth right now. They came into this with a lot of hope. Many players, including myself, touted them as great S&D team, and it's really not looking good for them at this stage. Still 2 more rounds for E6, and they can claim another notch on the belt.
Here we go. On the offense with Enigma6. Defeating Mindfreak Black here, 6-0, would be a mental blow which I don't think Mindfreak can withstand.
Mate, I can't withstand it.
I would be with calling it. I wouldn't even bother playing the uplink if I was Mindfreak. But we'll see what ends up happening here. Bomb will go down. That's actually advantage to Enigma6 now. They have good control. It goes down to a 3 versus 3. Now a 2 versus 3. Fliptazor trying to make a move forward. Now a 2 versus 2, sorry. Now a 2 versus 1. It's Royalty alone.
It's time for Mindfreak Black to get on the board. Royalty, he's definitely got a thing or two to say about it. Setzi and Swiftazor now, they can work for the bomb. Royalty, he may just let this one go. He's very concerned about them making a hit on him, but actually the defuse is going down over the top.
They got off it?
They got off it. They were worried about him being there, and I think now's a chance. They've got to make something work here.
One gunfight, he wins it. That's too good. Oh, he's got to make sure he gets it, but he does. 5-0, 1v2 clutch for Enigma6. They are running over Mindfreak. If he had stuck the defuse, he probably would have been okay.
Oh dear, it is not looking good. Swiftazor on the first defuse. I'm pretty sure he was incredibly close to finishing that. I mean, how long does it take to defuse, Bryce? It's like 6 seconds, 6.5 seconds?
7.5.
7.5? There you go, man. We were like a good 5 or 6 into that, and there was no reason in hell, in my mind at least, for him to back off that one. A little too much respect paid there to E6 when they should have gone for the defuse. That'd have been around. Now we're on map point for E6. MF Black really struggling here. It's hard to watch this.
It really is. However, it's now a 2 versus 4, 2 versus 3. Mindfreak, you cannot throw this one away, surely. You have the numbers advantage.
Bomb's going down here.
Just don't let Zepper team kill.
Royalty's tagged that the player from behind. He's got reactive armor in his back pocket. The bomb's gone down straight over the top. Royalty on the turn with the reactive armor. What a savage!
No!
75 away.
No! He's called in his Trinity. Run, Zepper! Run! You've got the chance. Keep running. You're almost going to... He didn't do it.
That's it.
11-3 there for Royalty. It is a shutdown. 6-0. Miles, I said you're calling them the best S&D team in the world was stupid.
Oh, on the
I didn't realize how stupid.
At the start of the competition, it was. I stand by that still.
Well, that doesn't make them the best S&D team in the world. That makes them the best S&D team in their group.
It was in the competition. We definitely pegged it as that, and it was looking lovely. And that is not how you want it to go. E6, what a thrashing. That last round as well, a sight to behold. That was a treat as well.
They just let him run up on the bomb site.
Tough, man. I mean, I called it out. I said the decision making is usually great. It's that main stage, maybe. Boys are nervous. First big overseas tournament for both Setzi and Zepper. It's quite a shock. You know, there's a ton of folks out there. It is an entirely different playing field for them. And E6, man, this is another day in the office for these boys. Let's have a quick commercial break because I need to dry my teary face. And Brycey, I'm sure you got a bit more goading to do. So we'll see you in just a moment. Welcome back. Game number 3, E6 versus Mindfreak Black. We don't even have time to introduce the tournament because the games are underway. Brycey, what happened in the S&D?
They got wrecked.
It was a reckoning. E6 looking super confident. They wanted to be in the loser bracket, man. They knew the run was going to happen, and they're starting it now against MF Black. Proto, early on, that's a manual pass right forward. He does have teammates. And he's got teammates with him, but it is already looking a bit rough. MF Black on the defense, see if they can't make this, stop it in its tracks.
Doing well there to shut it all down, eventually managed to make that string of kills. Zeppa will now take control as they move towards Lemon, but it is all gone, and Royalty is running the Karma.
Here we go, Pro moving forward. See how Karma plays out. He's feeling very confident. He's got 2 out of that one. He took Zeppa and Swiftazor down as well. This could be a potential dunk, and it looks like it will be. That's the first 2 points on the board for E6. MF Black have got to get Proto out of their base. Otherwise, this could be another run. We've got Royalty moving forward. Over the top, Proto hasn't been killed just yet. Finally taken out there by Hopi. And that's Royalty. I haven't seen a Karma since the campaign.
It's actually a very good gun, but because the E-Rad is a literal melt machine up close and it's hip fire, like most people end up using it here, but the Karma is a very good, very low recoil, good stopping power SMG. Some people tend to use it. I don't know whether he's using it because he has specific strats or he feels more comfortable with it on this map, but it is the first time in the World Championship I've seen a team pull it out.
All right, he's going to be styling indeed. Royalty now moving forward again. They went for the pass, up and over the top, but here comes MF Black moving forward. They need to get a couple of opening kills. Royalty is going to have to be one of them if they're going to make it work, but no, from behind, tags up the drone runner, and they might be able to make this work. There's no one in position aside from Cade to slow this down. It could be a 1-point throw, guaranteed. It is a miss. Oh, and already General is going to be able to grab that one and juck it out. No, opting to run it through Grannies. They're feeling confident enough in their push, and that was Mindfreak Black's best chance to get a point on the board.
Just juked. I like that. Look at that. He's just pulled Mindfreak the opposite side of the map, and now they have an almost clear run. Well, Puffin is playing right next to General. Whether his teammates go, they ended up just losing those kills. General goes down. It's still all up to play for in the middle of this map. Royalty is doing work with that Karma, though.
It doesn't seem like a bad choice after all. 4 kills in a row. Possibly getting a second there. The snap just seems so accurate for an SMG. I mean, again, it's a weird thing to see at this point. There we go, seeing MF Black actually moving this one forward. Royalty a bit overextended at this point. That manual pass has got the drone out of trouble now from MF Black, but E6 still looking real strong.
Yeah, I don't think the Karma 5, you know, it's not out of left field. I think it's more a surprise that we're seeing in this environment just because it's not being seen, rather than it not being viable, if that makes sense. Like I said, you know, you see the recoil on it. It's not high. It's almost like a mini K-bar in some respects.
Speaking of K-bar, Hopi taking down Proto there off the wall bounce. Zeppa now moving forward. Yeah, they got it to Lemons. They've got Royalty in the way, though.
That's a 2.
He's actually been taken. That should be a 2. We'll see how this one goes, but there's still a player in the... Oh, that was just about a 1-point throw there as Zeppa got cleaned up just in the end. But again, a worthy throw. That could have been a dangerous 1-point to drop in there, which probably wouldn't have happened.
No, it would have done. However, Mindfreak Black trying to make some moves. Hopi looking for that player top food, not quite able to grab him. And this is where Enigma6 are trying to take control. They will have this grab here. Cade has control. He's going to go for the pass off. He's caught it with his team, managed to get it 4-on-1, and that nade will come and stop him from getting any cut through Statue to Blue.
Setsi now moving through mid. He's going to try and grab that drone. He does have Hopi in front of him. He's going to have to pick up those kills, and I almost feel like he's smart to give Hopi the drone at this point because he's got that K-bar, but still holding on true, making it work as best they can. Currently down by 3. E6 in the lead.
Setsi going to go high. This is going to be looking like a 1. He goes up, he goes high, he throws, it's intercepted. That does not work if you do not clear the base.
Great catch from General, and he's just beelining it. He's going straight across. Manual pass forward. They need a few kills out of this. They find 1. They find a second. I hope he actually slowed this one down, and there you go.
It's so hard to push it through blue. It's so hard. Like there's just too much to do most of the time to push it through there. If you do, you have to make a lot of kills to get past. Easier this way though, but he's not going to be able to get it either. He didn't go high, he didn't hit silo, he didn't go wall run. It's now reset. It looks like we may be going into the second half, 4-1, if Mindfreak can't get all these kills to get it back again.
They might be able to get a couple of kills out of this, but Cade is doing a tremendous amount of work, 17 and 11. He's really slaying his heart out here, keeping the pressure on Mindfreak Black. Final 10 seconds. Drone's been moved forward by Hopi. We may be able to see a 1-point throw out of this, but it would be a miracle. Swiftazor last player alive, and there you go. The whistle is going to blow with 4-1 on the board. Oh, Bryce is looking good for E6.
5 minutes for Mindfreak left in this tournament. If they don't step it up, can they make the comeback? I'm sure all the Australian fans back at home are rooting for these guys to try and take at least one map further in this tournament, or it is good night, Australia.
6 o'clock in the morning.
Good morning, Australia.
In Australia, but you are right, it will be good night for Australia. But I'm actually very surprised that they've got kills or points on the board, because man, tough comeback after that S&D round. Still, final 5 minutes. Here we go, ready, making their way forward. You're right about the recoil. That is that actually looks quite tasty.
I have a friend who, the reason I know that this gun is even slightly viable is I've seen, I think, Zero using it when I've played with him before, but also I have a friend who uses it, and he's really bad at this game, and he seems to do okay.
Well, in the meantime, while we were jabbering about guns, there was a dunk from MF Black, so they're now down by 1 at this point with 4 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in this round. Zeppa, nice position from behind, finds one, can't get the second there on Royalty. Once again, Royalty, superstar player for E6, 16 and 12 at the moment, 17 and 12, keeping the run going. And that mid is looking very, very well controlled. On the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, you can see that Cade does have his overdrive ready to go. That extra speed will be extremely useful in making a play happen a bit later on in the round.
Well, now on board with Cade. He's trying to make a little bit of a hole for his team to slip through. Doesn't have it yet. Proto's going to go through Hay more than likely and try to cut it, but they don't have the control. They now need to make the kills, and I wonder if Proto's going to try and cut through Barn. He is going to go down, however. Enigma6 just need to keep drone control until they can figure out how to get back into this game.
Oh, a few people just got dropped there. But
oh my goodness! No, the manual pass to Cade! Mindfreak pushed too far out! Cade come through Barn, he threw it into him, and Mindfreak made a massive misplay.
What an incredible pass. That was sublime getting that one through there, and MF now, they're paying the price, down by 3.
I didn't see him. I
didn't see him either.
The blue and the purple, I thought it was another Mindfreak player. It wasn't. It was Enigma6 coming round.
Here comes E6 again, making their way through. General got dropped early, but now you've got Cade pushing his way up through bike path. Bit of pre-fire. You can see most of the MF players up on top. Hopi on the wrap, though. And here we are. Swift Azor pushing up through mid. Oh, the only other player is Zeppa, who's out in the middle at the moment for MF Black. The furthest player forward. Gets an opening kill there. Tagged up heavily, though. Dropped straight away. Swift Azor also gone to the gruesome twosome of Cade and Proto. 2 minutes 40 left on the clock. Plenty of time for MF Black to get back in this one, and I'm sure E6 looking to extend that lead.
They are. Zeppa's actually ended up running the Karma as well. I don't know if he had it as a class or he ended up picking up royalties.
I wouldn't be surprised to pick that one up after a while, because things are going quite well. It's working out for him. I'm sure it can work for you. 22 and 16 for Royalty using that Karma. I think he's been using the Karma exclusively. I don't think he's changed from anything so far.
Interesting trick play coming in from Mindfreak. Problem is, I said this before, going through blue is not easy at all. And they may actually give him the advantage here to Enigma6, because going over the silo, they're actually throwing it about right now. I'm not entirely sure if they meant to do that, but Cade will now have it. There are no payloads for him, so he's going to go for the one. That should be intercepted, and it is. Swift Azor will take that one. That was more of a Hail Mary than anything else.
I wasn't sure if that was going to land. And Swift Azor now going to reset that one as he's got players in mid, but there is Royalty there as well. He's quickly cut down there by Hopi. Setsi finds a second. And this is big for MF Black. They're going to make this one work out. They're going to push on forward. There's the manual pass forward. It's an open goal. There's no one in position. Royalty's there, though. But it is going to be a one-on-one, which Setsi may lose. But that dunk is very important. 1 minute 30 left, and MF Black only down by 1 now. They're making this work. Swift Azor on his way through. Quickly cut down there by General. And now Proto fighting his way onwards. He does have the drone. If he doesn't get shut down, this could be another one-point play.
He just did his back shield again.
Wonderful use of the back shield. And he's still got the armor. And he's ever closer now than he was. And he does get killed eventually, but still... What a close run. Australian fans at home clenching watching that.
Well, Hopi, I think he's running overdrive. This could be everything Mindfreak need. You just need to make the kills. They've made them so far. This is one set. They've now picked it up. It is going to be Hopi. He has overdrive. Engines are go. He goes, but not far enough. Just not able to release before he gets shut down. And is that going to be all she wrote? Proto will now have the drone. He has camo as well. He should be able to nail this one.
Or even if he only uses the camo just to burn the clock, it's still an option. 35 seconds remaining.
Resetting. That's clever.
Reset. buying as much time as possible. MF Black, they're in position. They can make this work. 30 seconds to go. All 3 members of E6 now turtling up the final play for MF Black. This is going to keep him in the tournament. And Setsi, can he do it? One player. All it takes is a dunk, and he is going to get it with 20 seconds left. They're up by 1. Now they need to hold on. This could be huge. 15 seconds remaining. Clock is ticking.
Proto has camo. He's actually going straight for it. He's going to try to go for the 1. The camo's almost out. He's going to go up. He's going to go high. He's going to get it in. They're taking this one to overtime now. They managed to hold it down. Mindfreak close to taking the map. Instead, we are going to settle this in overtime, but camos have been burned on both sides. Who's going to win now?
In the words of Chance, camo OP. Wow, 2 camo plays, 2 game-changing moments, and now in overtime we will settle it. The hopes of all Australian COD players, and New Zealand, excuse me, APAC COD players, resting now on the shoulders of Mindfreak Black here as they play for their COD champs life. And here we go. All it takes is 1, and if they can score 1, either team will be laughing, and already E6 have just been taken to the cleaners. A lot of them are down. Setsy's going to continue the run. And now the drone in hand.
Throws it Lemon. Good play for him to push it out. But this is where the next set of kills come into. And you can see it's a stack by Enigma6. They've actually stacked Lemon. They've got players coming around into Barn as well, but they've made the right play. They've pushed it away. He's away. They're out of position. Mindfreak are Black. This is the second time their positioning has cost them. They've gotten too aggressive, and it is a dunk in 41 seconds. Mindfreak had the advantage, but they didn't put enough pressure onto Lemon. Enigma6 saw there was nobody there. Clearly deduced they had gone around to Barn and just started throwing it down Main Street.
It became an open lane, and they ran that all the way. Swiftazor shaking his head, disappointed. I think in his mind, the campaign is already over. They've got 41 seconds now to get 2 points. It has to be a dunk.
Roddy needs 1 kill for Kinetic. It wouldn't even surprise me if he ends up throwing out his Scarab to try and get it, and then challenging mid. Okay, he's got his kill, he's got his Kinetic as well. Roddy's gone down. Yeah, still up, he's going to go down as well. Cade Proto coming back into the mid here now, 21 seconds left to go, and they've actually pushed it into top food. This is over, surely. They've got Cade on it, Roddy's in there as well with him. I think it's done.
It's the final 10, and this looks like it. They're going to be holding it here. Proto, with that drone, he has ended the Australian and New Zealand APAC campaign here at COD Champs. It is going to be a 3-0 for E6. That is going to be it. Mindfreak Black will be heading home.
And it's pretty much what we expected, but you can take away from this that Mindfreak certainly put on the show. They proved without a shadow of a doubt they deserve to be here.
Except for that S&D,
yep,
which was a bit raw.
It was a bit raw. But then again, you know, if you're going to call them the best S&D team in the world,
I've got to eat that, mate. I've got to eat that on a plate. Steaming pile. I've got to eat it.
It wasn't very clever, Miles.
Well,
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I've done worse things, but I still stand by.
Are they even the best
team.
Australian team at Search and Destroy?
Well, if you exclude other Mindfreak. But there you go. On the faces of the players, Swiftazor absolutely gutted, and he should be. They came a long way. They can't be too disappointed, but all the players here, all you want to do is you want to move on. You don't want to lose. You don't want to be stopped. You don't want the campaign to end.
Enigma6 did exactly what we expected of them, but Mindfreak Black, full props to them. This was a lot closer game than we were expecting. Both respawns, they certainly put in the work. They could have had the opportunity to win the Uplink as well. Very, very close. If anything, they have proved they are the best Australian team. Going up against a team like that and still being able to pull it out. We could be talking about a 4th map here very, very easily, possibly even a 5th.
But it comes down to a couple of remarkable camo plays and then one mistake, which you know will be replaying in the heads of those 4 players until at least World War II comes out.
You could see the panic on them. As soon as you saw the kind of throw the drone out and Enigma6 just start throwing it forward, they were like, oh my goodness, we've just let them through. There's no one back at base. The even worse thing is because none of them were dead, they couldn't even spawn back up.
I know, and they were all sprinting. You saw all 4 of those purple arrows just turn around, desperately trying to get back into that one. Man, that hurts. That's a rough run, but that's the end of the APAC campaign here at COD Champs. E6 will be moving onwards and moving into a higher prize pool now, I do believe, as well.
Oh, we scale up now.
Oh, it's big scaling now. It's starting to get out of hand, out of sight and out of mind. now for Mindfreak Black, though. But they've earned themselves a good rest. It's not the rest they wanted, but it's the rest they've got. Brycey, what a series. What an absolute slobber knocker.
It certainly was. Let's start recapping, shall we? Let's have a little look at how this one all